So hello guys, welcome to the law number 2 of 48 laws of power. So without wasting any of your fucking valuable time, let's just get started. Okay. So in law number 2 there is a concept like law number 2 is really about don't trust your friends, learn how to use enemies. That is just law number 2. Okay. In law number 2 there are two examples given in the book. There are actually four examples given in the book, but we are going to be talking about the main two examples which are given in the first phases of the book. So the first example consists of the example of King Michael and Basilius. So King Michael was a king at a very young age. So he was appointed king at a very young age after his mother slept with another man and went away from the kingdom. She was banished from the kingdom. He became the king, and Michael needed someone he could trust so that he could make his prime minister, or he could make that person his right hand man. Now there was Michael's uncle whose name was Bardas. Bardas was a quite unique person. He was a quite good person. He would be a great piece for Michael. But do you know what Michael did? He chose his friend. So Michael had a friend whose name was Basilius. One time Michael was visiting a horse stable, and one horse went loose. And right there, a boy named Basilius from the Macedonian stock came there, and then Basilius saved Michael literally. So after seeing how muscular, how powerful, I think King Michael was gay or some shit. After seeing how powerful he was, he just told that you are now the head stable of the royal horse stable. You are now the head of the royal. Michael said to Basilius, now you are the royal head of the horse stables. So that way they become friends. Michael used to gift Basilius so many good things. And Michael taught him in a great ass school. Michael made Basilius a capable man. Michael also married Basilius off to one of his mistress. Okay, he was a very trustworthy person. And one thing was Basilius had a keen interest on money. So one time Basilius and Michael were very good friends. Okay, they were good friends, but once Basilius saw the impact of power, once he saw luxury items, once he saw so much money, he became diluted. And became envious of the King Michael. So what he did was, one time Michael was in a great stress because he didn't have that enough money, and Michael used to give Basilius money. So one time what Michael did was, Michael went to Basilius and asked him for some money. What did Basilius do? Basilius did this. He looked at Michael with a grin, with a hatred, with an impudent look. And there, Michael understood that he had created a fucking monster. He had taken someone from the worst place ever and turned him into a monster that craved power. Now he wanted the riches. And do you know what Basilius did? Basilius fed lies into Michael's ear, because Michael trusted Basilius because he was a good friend. But Basilius was taken away by the power. Basilius informed Michael that his uncle Bardas, who was a great and a capable man who could help Michael turn his kingdom upside down, make it great. But Michael chose Basilius. Basilius then informed Michael that your uncle was trying to kill you, like that type shit, lies. Basilius just started giving lies, feeding lies into Michael's ear. And as Michael trusted Basilius, he killed his uncle. He killed Bardas. And same as like that, after Michael asked money from Basilius, after 13 to 14 days, Basilius killed Michael. And then after Basilius killed Michael, he took his head, put it in a stamp or something like a sword, and rode around town. So you can see what friends are really envious of you. They can't tell you. Do you know, it is very stressful to be friends. Okay, You have to hide the shit that the other person don't like. So if I need to be friend with someone, I need to hide something that other people don't like, because we need to have similarities. We lie with friends in order to in order to keep our boundaries, in order to be intact. We lie to our friends on a daily basis. Isn't it right? You do the same thing. So what this story shows us, that friends are really envious of you. Even if they can't say the shit right at your face, they are envious of you. Well, some of the friends are not, but most of them are envious of you. Okay, now we go to the example number 2. Example number 2 is the Han Dynasty example. So, Han Dynasty had a tradition. One time one Chinese man became a king, then the other generals would try to kill that Chinese king. So that it went for a long time. One would become king and he would be killed, another would become king and he would be killed. This went for a long time. But do you know what? One time a brave man became a king. So, he invited, after becoming the king, he stepped on red because he had a fear of getting killed. But after becoming the king, he invited all the generals to a party. All the generals thought that they were going to die there, because there was a tradition of people being killed, king being killed. So the generals thought that he wanted to take revenge and kill all the generals. That shit went on for like 10 to 15 years, like more than that. Okay. But the main who is right now the king, he invited all the generals to a party and he served wine to them. All the generals thought that he was going to make them drunk and then kill them. But do you know what he did? He made them drunk. He promised them riches. He promised them ladies, bitches, and then he won over them. He won over his enemies by presenting them ladies, business, by presenting them money, by presenting them safety. If you work with them, you are safe. If you work with him, you are safe. He turned enemies who were trying to kill him into his friends by giving them opportunities. So you can see the example number 2 here. What it does is, it tries to use your enemies. So listen, what would your enemy's reaction, let's say it's not a personal enemy, but what would your enemy's reaction be if tomorrow you went and do a fucking great favor for them? Their reaction would be, oh my god, what the fuck, I need to repay that favor. Okay, friends are really envious and they forget the favors that are done to them. So if you do a friend a favor right now, they are going to forget it after 1 to 2 months. That's how friends are. That's how most of the friends are. Not all friends, most of the friends. That's how most of the friends are. So they are going to forget it. But if you go and do a favor for your enemy, he's never going to forget it in his entire life. And there is a other example of Henry Kissinger. People tried to kill him, but he let them live. Okay? People tried to kill him, but he let the people who tried to kill him after catching them, he let them live. Okay? He let them live. Man, he turned them into a lifelong believer of him. So that is the power of turning an enemy into a friend. Okay, Lincoln had a great saying in this passage. Lincoln said that when you make an enemy your friend, you kill. When you make an enemy your friend, you kill the enemy within them. So try to make enemies your friends by winning them over, because they are never going to forget your favor. That's what the book says, and that is what applies in real life. So now, how can you use it? Okay, now let me tell you how you can use it. Okay, now meet with someone new tomorrow. Okay, introduce someone new to yourself tomorrow, and then be bad at first impression. Be bad, be cruel, or pick on them. Don't try to pick a fucking fight. Just pick on them. Be mean. Be mean, okay? Just like hating them, be mean. Okay? And they are going to automatically hate you, because first impression is last impression. Okay? They're going to automatically hate you. But when they are in fucking need, go and give them a lot of fucking support, lot of fucking everything. Help them. And I kid you not, if you do this, you're going to have some really good people in your arsenal. You're going to have really good people in your fucking arsenal of trying to get to power. Do this. I know this works because I have done it once or twice. Yeah, I look cute and all, but I'm a devious motherfucker. Okay, now how I used it. To be clear, I couldn't use it today. And the thing I'm telling you right now, the thing that I've written here is I've written it just now. I was busy all day. Today was my exam or some shit like that. I was busy all day, so I couldn't read, but I came home, I read the book, and then I wrote it for you. I cannot exactly say you how I used it today because I didn't even meet with any other new people today. But I have an example IRL that can help you. So, someone of my relative, okay, he was a very smart person. He was a very smart person. I think he never read the book, The 48 Laws of Power, but he knew how to deceive others. He's really a smart and a cunning person, okay. I'm not going to reveal names or anything because he's my relative. What he did was he set out with a friend. He learned a fucking skill. He talked with all the people. He gained experience for like 5 to 6 years on a field. Now, there were clients of the main boss in that field. He learned from the main boss. And then what he did was, he made an even greater offer than the big boss. He learned from the big boss. He learned. They were like friends. He learned from the big boss. And then he went up. And then he stole all the clients of big boss. You see how it goes here. So what he did was, you can see the law in like action, okay. How it is, it's not relation of how I use it, but you can see the law actually works. If these people hadn't trusted this person, my relative, he wouldn't have gotten this far. Because, you know what he did? He learned from the boss, and then he stole all the clients of the boss, and he started a new fucking company. Now he earns like $20,000 to $30,000 per month, okay? Now he's like fucking rich. He has houses everywhere. This law was being applied long time ago. So this is how you can use it. And sorry, I couldn't say how I used it, but I have something. Okay, I was meeting with a new friend. Okay, I was at 10th grade. Okay, I was really me. I had already read the law in like 10th grade, and I was really mean to them at first. But second, after that, I was really helpful to them. I helped them there was a scenario that I don't remember, but I have helped them very hard. You know, that friend stayed with me for like 7 to 8 hours without even eating anything to make my license. I don't have a scooter or a bike, but he has one scooter. He stayed with me for like 7 to 8 hours without even eating food. Now, there was nothing to gain from that, but he stayed with me. So that is the power of turning your enemy into a friend, because they are going to fucking suck it all. Okay, now, the reversal of the law. The reversal of the law is that not all friends are stupid. Not all friends are foolish. Not all friends are like trying to eat you type shit. I would say 10 out of 8 friends are selfish. The 2 are not. Okay, the 20% is not. So, find good friends and learn how to use your enemies. Turn them into friends and use your enemies. Make them suck your cock. Okay, now this was the law number 2 of 48 Laws of Power. See you again, my tech mining spam. Bye.